All right, Shalom. I want to say call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders that GMS to rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's out there fighting, doing this work with truth and sincerity. Back here again with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect men out there that are listening and watching these videos. Just a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Just looking at the people in the world, man, and here in this country with social media and all the things that people doing on social media, man, to get attention. This world, and the people really think that this world will give them sound wisdom, sound understanding as to what's going on in the earth today, as to why things are happening. That's why the Bible's written saying that, what it says, the wisdom of this world is foolish, right? And I remember Theodore Roosevelt, the ex-president here, quoted that a thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. You have a lot of Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Lord's people, who've been scattered throughout the four corners of this planet, and these heathen nations and other people as well, brag about or so fixated on going to college. Once we was in the world, we was striving to go to college. Some brothers graduated from college with major degrees, and they'll tell you that they came into the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Bible. They know more now than they did going to get a college degree for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. You know, but these people think they have wisdom to the point you can't tell them nothing, but they're guided by their own lust, and they're guided by their own so-called wisdom in the world. There's like no guide to guide them. So they're basically just walking according to what they believe is right and how they see fit. They walk to the status quo of this world. They walk to the beat of being politically correct, and so on and so forth. But when you sit back and listen to these people, they don't have any wisdom, man. And they're not understanding the true wisdom comes from the Bible. Because we was once walking under the rule of this world, thinking we knew what we knew at the time, but come to find out, we didn't know anything. I didn't know anything, man. You know what I mean? But then when you come into this path, once you embark upon truth and you seeking for truth, and when the Lord calls you to embark upon this path and you really see what truth is, then you would know and have been known that you was walking in darkness, man, not understanding why things are happening on the planet the way they're happening and why they are happening, because you're walking according to your own rule that you think is right. You're going about establishing your own righteousness, so to speak, in your mind, thinking you serving a great purpose or doing the right thing when you just walking in complete darkness, man. Well, there was a report of the scriptures that was read from the apostles and elders and the men on down, and the great men before them, their great teachers before them, King Mashah, High Priest Ariah. You see what I'm saying? Those great men, other men as well that taught the apostles and elders, come up under their tutelage, and now they are the apostles and elders now, and we're under their tutelage. It's the same umbrella of wisdom being passed and knowledge and understanding being passed down, and it's up to the Lord to gravitate towards you and to pull you into this thing to make you see the true light as to why things are happening on the planet, why your life was such a shamble. So we had to get pulled out of darkness because there was a report being read, and a report means to carry. So the men of the Lord, beginning with the apostles and elders, was carrying and still carrying this report, because the word report, read means back, and port means to carry. It's Latin, right? You're here to carry. So right here, the word report definition in the Bible, in the dictionary, it says give a spoken or written account of something that one has observed, heard, done, or investigated. And the Hebrew word for investigate is darash, meaning to investigate. That's why it says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. The word seek going to the word darash, meaning to investigate. So the men of the Lord before you, before us, investigated, right? They speak in the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Bible, which is Yahweh Shah, because he comes in the volume of the book. They read a written account of something which is in the scriptures, and they observed it. And now the spirit is on us, the men of the Lord out there as well, with the men on down that has observed and still observing. We heard a spoken written account of the scriptures, and the spirit of the Lord rests with you, because it is the spirit that quickeneth, that maketh you alive. So when the Lord deal with you on that level, then you will start to see and understand, like, wow, just by believing this report, it puts you on a different level. So right here in Isaiah 53:1 says, who hath believed our report? Who is carriers of this report? When you look up the word report, it goes into doctrine. So there was going to be the men of the Lord carrying a certain doctrine that once you believe on that doctrine / report, that you would start to wake out of sleep and start to like, now you start to ask the proper questions as to why this is why that. So the reason why people don't want to understand, can't get it, because they don't believe on a report that's being reported unto them. Just like it. You see? So once you hear the report and the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Habashai resonates with you, tap into your spirit, what you can understand is that you will start to slowly remember things, man. You will start to understand and know a lot of things that you was taught was basically lies, because our parents didn't know, their parents' parents didn't know, and so on and so forth, right? So we walked around one time in a circus, without a circus, in a circle or in darkness, not even knowing. But once we heard the report, then we started to, like, again, ask the proper questions. You started to investigate. You started to observe the script. You see what I'm saying? You started to observe your teachers. You would write notes down. You would take notes and you would go back and read the notes, and you would just study, and the Lord will be supping with you. And then once that take place, you have that small understanding, and then it grows. So right here in 1 Peter 2:10, I'm gonna start at 9. 1 Peter 2:9, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, meaning to be separate, because the laws, statutes, and commandments was given unto the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who've been scattered throughout the four corners of this planet. We are a royal, peculiar people, because the Lord made us near and dear unto him, meaning Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah? You see, whom the world so ignorantly calls God, name is Yahweh in the Hebrew, and whom the world so-called ignorantly JC, Jesus Christ, his name is Yahweh Shah in the Hebrew, man. You see? But ye are a chosen generation, talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Here is talking about the elect, because 2/3 of our people are not going to wake out of this sleep / out of this darkness. The reason why we say that, because we was walking around in darkness, not understanding anything remotely close about prophecy. And I'm going to get to that, Lord willing. It said, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood. Because having the law, statutes, and commandments make you a royal people. It makes you separate. You see? Well, holy means, priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people. That ye should show forth the praise of him who called you out of darkness, into his marvelous light. Once you look up the word marvelous, let's get it. Once you get that word marvelous, where is it this? 1 Peter 2:9. It's in the Greek. G2298. G2298.
Strong's G2298. Thalmostas.
Look at B. Passion passing human comprehension. Human comprehension is weak. So once you heard the report, once the Spirit started to resonate with you on believing that report, this doctrine, go back to the word report, it means doctrine. When you look it up in Isaiah 53:1, you observed it, you heard it, you investigating it. Now you're investigating it. Now what's happening, the Lord is allowing you to understand it on a spiritual level, basic versus a human comprehension. So this is passing human comprehension when it comes to having this wisdom and knowledge and understanding of it. Because remember, the wisdom of this world is foolish. That's the human comprehension is of the world. This is not of the world. This comes from up above. That's why it says in Philippians 3:20, our conversation is in the heavens. So right here, that marvel is going to passing human comprehension. So you can't understand this when the Spirit is not working with you, right? So it says, called you out of darkness into his marvelous light, passing human comprehension, because now you understand what prophecy. Now you understand more about prophecy, because we didn't know anything about prophecy and how prophecies affect today's time, how we living and what's going on in the world. We didn't know that we was Israelites. We didn't know that we had enemies. Now we knew that we didn't like so-called white people, didn't like us through slavery, but as far as that went. But on a deeper level, like now, we didn't know that so-called white people were Edom, Esau. We didn't know the names Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai. We didn't know that the RFID, the C-HIP. We didn't understand. Now we heard wars and rumors of wars, because my grandmother and them would watch the news all the time. You would see wars on the news, on the TV stations, but you didn't put that or equate that with prophecies of the scriptures. So by us not knowing that, we was in darkness to that fact. And it's a whole list of things that we wasn't privy to because we was in darkness to it. Now what's happening, since the report is being broadcasted, right, to carry it, right, here, and I gotta go to the other Bible now. So now we've been pulled out of darkness of now understanding what prophecy is, how the missiles equate to this, World War I, II, and III. You start to look back on things now and you understand it's all prophecy. We was in darkness and blind to that fact. A lot of things we was in darkness and wasn't privy to. But now the Lord is making it known unto us. Now we starting to understand, because we able to see. And once we're able to see, and once you start to really like, okay, damn, that makes sense. And you keep studying, you keep toiling, you keep progressing, you keep studying, right? What happened is this, Baruch 4:2. It says that when the Lord say, turn thee, O Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated. Turn thee to the report of the carriers that's bringing it unto you. It was going to be taught. It was going to be taught in the doctrine, a certain type of doctrine was going to be reported unto you, where it's going to tap into your spirit of understanding through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Abishai. It pulled you out of darkness into this marvelous light. And the word marvelous goes into passing human comprehension. This not on a human form level, man. This come from up above. This is nothing earthly. This is spiritual. Having human comprehension is carnal. It's of the flesh. This is of the spirit. So when you come into this thing, it's passing the human comprehension. And once that take place, when you pull up out of darkness, now you're starting to see like, oh, wow. Okay, we was in darkness to the fact that the Lord go destroy this place. We was in darkness to the fact that martial law, again, the C-HIP, shutting down the economy, race riots, food riots, not able to get the proper resources you're gonna need, because you understand now once you came out of darkness and entered into this light, now you see there's a time set on the place of wickedness. We didn't know that the Romans, the Greeks, the Persian, the Medes, Assyrians and Syrians, and so on and so forth was in the scriptures. We was in darkness into it, but now we step into this marvelous light. That's why the Lord say, turn thee, O Jacob, turn back and walk ye in the old paths. That's another lesson I got to do, Lord willing. And take hold of it. Meaning don't let it go. And walk in the presence of it. Walk in the presence of this wisdom and knowledge and understanding of the Bible, right? Which is the light that guides your feet, that guides your path to walk, that guides your feet to walk down this path now. That thou mayest be illuminated. So now we got this light and we've been illuminated to where now we see things and we're able to bring it unto you. At first we was walking in darkness. Now we've been illuminated. Now we see things and understand what prophecy and how it fits in these times that we're living in today. So it's very important to obtain a proper light where you're able to see things and understand things, because if you don't, you come in with a carnal mindset and not a spiritual one. It's all spiritual at the end of the day. This has nothing to do with us. The only thing it has to do with us was the Lord tapped into these men and giving them wisdom and knowledge and understanding to go out on the highways and byways and be carriers of this report that was still being observed, something you heard and investigated, and bring it to the masses of the elect of the nation of Israel, whom the Lord had predetermined or predestined for them to turn back at a certain period of time. Even us waking up to this truth. The times like 07, 08 for a lot of men now that's walking this walk. The apostles and elders, they come from One West. They've been doing they've been doing this work for a while. You see? And now the opportunity is here where this word is spreading via the internet to now it's turning the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, those who take it serious, into this light. And now we're able to see and understand things on the prophetic level. So it's just a quick lesson. I was thinking about that and scripture was coming to my head, because we was once heathens. But then now you waking up to the truth. Now you look for now you know the kingdom is for you. So there's a lot that goes into this little lesson right here, meaning it's little, meaning short time, but it's deep. Now we understand things on a prophetic level because we walked into the light of the Lord. Now we've been illuminated and we see things through the Spirit. So Lord willing, I hope this was edifying. Till the next time, I shall say, Shalom.